Hi again. So in my first tutorial, I gave you an introduction into Python because that is what we are going to use for our data science projects. In my second tutorial, I introduce you to predictive modeling. So we got a very simple data set and created a basic model using Python. Now, at the end of the tutorial I mentioned, there are some interesting and important things that we need to do when we are creating a model which we did not consider in that tutorial. But anyway, my objective was for you to take you through the whole journey so you will understand the start to the end. So today we are going to talk about something important which will directly impact the accuracy of your model. Now in this session I'm going to discuss about a concept called dimensionality reduction. Oh, it sounds like a very complex term or a difficult term, but it's actually, the concept is very simple. That means when you are being given with a data frame or a data set, as we discussed, there can be many attributes or features. So we have to first of all do a test and check out of those features and attributes what are the features and attributes are uh, very much important when you're building the model, which has the highest level of relationships or relevance to your model. And there may be certain features which are negligible, as well as some of them are redundant or some of them are irrelevant. So you don't really need to consider them, because otherwise your modeling process will become complex or difficult. So how are we going to do that is, in the system it's quite simple because it is enabled through the libraries, but I think it's quite important for us to understand the concepts behind this whole process. So once you understand the concept only, when you go to the system you will have a better understanding about what we have used. So let's go and discuss some of these concepts and have a brief understanding of them. And also we will take again another practical example, and I will demonstrate to you how it can be done using Python. Let's get started.
Okay, so let's recall some important terms that you have learned so far. So we all know what is a data frame now. Data frame is usually we call it a table, a data table. And so the headers or the columns are called the features or the attributes. And the final column is what we call the target or the target column, and that is sometimes in machine learning we call it the target label. So that is what we are going to predict, and these are called the rows, and we sometimes call them the data points or the individual observations. And these horizontal lines are called feature vector also. So that's the technical term given. Then you have independent variables represented in the x-axis, and you have the dependent variable, what we usually predict, represented in y-axis. So if we go to the next slide, now we are going to do something called feature selection. So as you can see, we have multiple columns here. Some are relevant, some are not relevant. So we're going to select a subset of those features, which are the most important ones. So usually we use three methods to do that. We have a filter method, the other one is called the wrapper method, and the other one is called the embedded method. So in this tutorial, we will discuss the filter method. As I mentioned you, most of our business problems are classification problems. So here's another interesting concept that you should learn. So this concept is called entropy. Now, if the entropy is high, we call it a impure or a disorganized class. And if the entropy is low, we call it the pure or a organized class. Let me explain from a very simple example. Just imagine your primary teacher gave you a box of shapes. Now that shapes, you still don't know what are they, but they are highly disorganized because there are multiple shapes there. So you have a high entropy there. Now your primary teacher says, can you please divide them based on the number of sides or the lines? Can you see? When you do that properly, you will have some pure or organized two classes of squares and triangles. Since that is much organized and pure classes, it has low entropy. Now information gain means parent entropy minus the sum of children entropy. So obviously the parent entropy is high and children entropies are low. So you will now get a positive figure. The meaning of that is the classifier or the feature that we use to divide them into classes is a useful one. Okay, so let's go to our Jupyter notebook, open a new Python 3 notebook, and I'm going to rename this as Sam's feature selection workshop. And first I'm going to import pandas as PD. We've learned these codes earlier tutorials. Then I will be importing my data. So it's called Sam's training data set. It's in my root folder. So let me have a look at the data frame. It's now called data, is the data frame's name. Yeah, so you can see my data frame here, or the table. You can see all data columns are numerical, no categorical. And the last column, expected price, is what we are going to predict. Now, when we are going to do the feature selection, when you're using the filter method, we're going to use some libraries. So we can use sklearn, select best, and chi-square. So that's a statistical method. It's a test that you do to check the relevance of a feature. So please do a little more research if you need to know more about the chi-square. And also we can use sklearn, the feature importance tree classifier method. Also we can use pandas and numpy and do a correlation coefficient search also. Now I'm going to actually now do a feature selection. Let me count the our feature vector, how many features are there. I think 18, so it's altogether 19 without the label. So I'm going to change the x-axis features into 19. So I'm telling the computer, out of those 19, select. Now there is a k figure. Now k figure is how many new important features that we need. So I'll tell them that I need 3, right? And also down there I will ask, can you only show me those 3 features? So let me now run. You can see it shows me the most relevant 3 features out of those 19 features that we got. So let's change this again. We'll change it into we'll say 5 features. Now we need 5 features, and we'll ask them to show us 5 features also. And when I run, you can see the previous 3 and also the additional 2 features, which are most important ones, is shown to me. Similarly, let me do a tree classifier also, and it will again show me the most relevant features. Let me change the figure to 3, show me the most relevant 3 features. So when I run it, you can see again it will show me the most relevant 3 features. Also, let me do a correlation calculation to give me a heat map, and again you can see this is my predictable label. So you can see again RAM and the other ones which shows now graphically with the highest level of correlation. So I can actually compare them with my previous tests also and select the best out of it.
Okay, so I hope you have a good understanding about dimensionality reduction or feature selection now. As we discussed, we only spoke about one method. The other two methods we did not discuss. So I'm planning to do it in a future tutorial. Anyway, in my next tutorial, I will be basically planning to discuss about issues like overfitting and underfitting, or overfitting, or we call it generalization, right? So, and also we will be able to discuss about some of the accuracy or performance metrics, and then how to interpret those. So let's meet again with another session soon. Till then, goodbye.